What's up, everybody? Um, I know you can't see me right now. It's kind of dark. Actually, I drive for Lyft and Uber, and I like working on the evening shift. Like working in the AMs right now. I like it. I like it better that way. But anyways, apart from that, um, I've never done any YouTube videos, anything like that, or whatever. But this is just in response to the case of the young lady that was presumably be found dead in the freezer or so with the case. Like I said, you bear with me. This is my first time doing the Uber. I mean, not the Uber. This is my first time actually doing a video. So, but anyways, listen to this scenario. I've been following a couple of videos trying to see what everybody else is talking about, and the motive here, everybody keeps saying is murder, murder, somebody set her up and stuff like that or whatever. Now, I'm a type of person that always want to question certain things, put different scenarios, so the different kind of puzzles together, just be on some Sherlock Holmes type shit or whatever. So, the most accurate kind of story that I'm getting is from this girl. I don't know where her page is. It says Nini something or whatever. She seems to be on the case a lot, and she's talking about what's happening and all these other things. So it's sharing some light on people that are very curious and eager to know what's happening out there. So as far as the party, we also, the first clips of all the girls in there and everybody, and we all had assumed, yeah, she was getting choked out, she was this and that, and a whole bunch of things and stuff like that. Apparently, we were kind of wrong. It's like until more videos came out, most of us were pretty much wrong. You have to look at the situation for what it is. It was a party that they were having, and you know, just things just got kind of got ahead. Now, my thing is, have you ever been in a position where you've been so drunk, and you know exactly what you know exactly what you're doing, as in your bodily functions are intoxicated, that you can't move, you're stumbling, but your mind, you know for a fact that you're sober and you need to get sober. Now, I don't know about you, but like I said, if I'm at a party and I start feeling drunk or high or whatever, I am not gonna make myself, be embarrassed by doing some wild shit, by passing out in front of people, throwing up or whatever. That's if it's very uncontrollable. If not, before I even do that, I have to know that other people that know me will take care of me. Now, if I'm in a place where a bunch of strangers are going to be, there is no way in hell I'm going to allow myself to get drunk like that. You know what I mean? Now, with the young lady, there's another clip where I saw everybody was in there, and I think it was a clip where the guy was holding the cell phone, and everybody was like, "Oh yeah, that's her right there." Yes, she was in the room at that time, and judging by the time, that looked like it could have been maybe 1, 2 o'clock. So you might say that, okay, this girl was probably still sober or something like that or whatever. Or she was drunk. Maybe she was just pretending to be sober. She was but in that case, there were the same amount of females and males together. Yes, there could have been maybe some males who were trying to, um, you know, holler at the young lady that's deceased. And, it's all in the party. But besides that, I believe that the girl did at some point had enough to drink, and they say they had some videos of her stumbling in the lobby or holding on to the wall or something like that, walking. To me, I think she is just trying to get away this from the situation because she knows and she's aware that she is drunk, so she wants to get away. And you know, in that moment of doing that, I believe she ended up going downstairs or maybe try to get away from everybody. I don't know about you, but majority of some people, when they're too drunk, if they're very self-conscious of themselves, they will at least try to get away from people. And I'm sure she went downstairs trying to, you know, this is my theory. She went downstairs to try to get some fresh air somewhere just to hide away from people, knowing if she sobers up, she's going to go back upstairs. Because everybody else is occupied doing this. All the girls are messing with the guys are messing with the girls. And eventually she ended up maybe in the freezer just to cool off or something like that, and ended up sleeping. Because, when you're that intoxicated and the cold breeze kind of hits you, it sends you into that hibernation mode where you just kind of like, you know, you sleep. That's the first scenario. The second scenario, I'm still sticking to the first one where she stumbled trying to get away, or maybe somebody had led her, as far as like maybe the gentleman, if they are involved, whoever it is, might have taken her. Now, if I'm in a position, I've been in a position where I've been in house parties just like this, where there's lots of alcohol, lots of smoking or whatever, this and that. And maybe I'll see a young girl that I'm like, oh man, me and her, something could happen. And she's feeling me, I'm feeling her, or whatever. I definitely would not do it in front of everybody. I will not be in the bathroom because already somebody's in the bathroom. And I don't want people to know my business or to be taking footage of whatever that's happening. So I will find a way to go out or sneak somewhere. And I've been in a position where me and a girl, we snuck off, we went somewhere. And especially if it's the early hours, yeah, we'll probably go somewhere in the bathroom in a different part of the hotel where nobody knows. And I could, you know, me and her get down, not per se like raping her, but it's just it's a mutual consent, as in like both of us know exactly what we're doing. But what if one of the guys led her downstairs, you know, and the freezer was like possibly the only way that and I've worked in the restaurant business before. Now, if I tell you the things that you find uh, in the restaurant business, the freezer, like most restaurants have like dip freezers like that, the big freezers. And the stuff that goes on in the freezers, you'll be very shocked because even me, I've made out with a girl in the freezer because there's no cameras in there. You can do whatever that you want in the freezer. You know what I mean? Who's to say maybe they didn't go into the freezer to do something and then, you know, she just passed out, or maybe the guy after he smashed or whatever he left and she stood in there, she left, have you ever put it this way, have you ever been in that position where you smashing somebody or whatever and you're both in the bathroom, but then you don't want to have anybody be suspicious of anything, so you tell somebody like, you go first, then I'm gonna follow you. You get what I'm saying? So nobody think we came from the same room. You get what I'm saying? Now I'm saying this is because it's a crazy scenario, but just picture what I'm saying. The guy goes in there, does whatever he has to do, and he leaves it there. She's supposed to follow, but she ends up being inside, and that's exactly what happened. That's another scenario. You know what I mean? But the scenario of the guard and the manager or whoever is going to be involved into kidnapping this girl and harvesting for her organs, it's stupid. You know that term when they say, um, don't sell dope where you lay your head at. It's a very stupid thing. If you're going to do something legal like that, why would I want to do it on the roof where I know I'm going to have cops and millions of press, everybody coming up to investigate me, investigate my background and everything? Why would I want to do that? You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense, you know? So, I know, something to think about. There's a lot of kids involved here, and everybody's going to point at each kid. This kid did this kid did that, or whatever, this and that. But they all probably scared and clueless as to what's happening, or in the sense they all kind of like looking at each other weird. It's like that board game, if you guys remember, it's called Mystery something. Mystery Who Killed Mr. Something. It's some little board game, and everybody's kind of like looking at each other in the room, as in like, He might have done it because such and such looked like a crook. She might have done it because she had glasses and she was shaking and stuff like that. You got to remember, these are kids. You get what I'm saying? They're kids, and I don't think that I have that much um, capacity. Not even capacity. They have that much knowledge of how to premeditate a murder, to execute it, make it seem like everything is cool. You get what I'm saying? And if it was for the black market where they harvesting her body or whatever, they wouldn't know anything about. I'm not saying they wouldn't know anything about that, but just think about it. You know what I mean? When you have to play it out, what if Shorty just ended up being in the freezer? With that scenario I told you about. Think about it. Anyways, I'm out.